So, good part of the day, dear colleagues. In this video, we are going to take the first part of our midterm assignment. In this video, we will see the margins model and how to use the same builder in order to show the diagram and the interrelationship between independent variables and our given dependent variables. Let's start with our importing two files, and we have already yes, we have already imported our do file, and let's start with all this model. First, we should do our regression analysis again. From there, we choose our evaluation. For the place of the X, we choose our independent variables such as organizational structure, corporate disclosure policy, corporate identity, and the director's activity in the decision-making process. As long as these four independent variables are categories are used are measured in the ordinal way, we need to take the I dot parameter for them so that it will provide us with such table, regression analysis table. So everything is okay with it, and now we are going to save it as a semester OLS. Now it's saved, as you see here in the right bar. Well, it's saved, and we give again as the regression analysis, but this time after our dependent variables, we'll put our comma and type robust. And robust, you see in standard error, it minimizes the standard errors to 1. And robust model helps us avoid from using the heteroscedasticity test of Roche-Pagan. And now we should save it in the same way we have saved OLS. This time we will give the name robust. It has been saved, and we'll go to the next module. Do file editor. We go to the marginal effect, margins dy dx, dy over dx, and it means okay. Now it's showing us structure. Well, that's good. And from there, we are going to take a margin spot first. Then I will interpret it. Well, you see margin spot. From there, you choose the graph. To take the graph size. From graph size, we are going to take the region. And from region, we will take tiny. Okay, now it's more comfortable to interpret the data we have taken. Margin helps us to see what will be the impact of one unit increase, or 1% increase, or the increase in ordinal from medium to high. So let's see. In the base, we have the structure one. Structure one stands for a low level of the structure given by the respondents participated in our survey questionnaire. Then we have 2, which stands for medium, and 3 for high. It says that in structure, if respondent converts its answer from low to medium to 2, there will be about 2-point increase in the evaluation of corporate governance role, evaluation of dependent variable. Whereas in the if it converts from 1 to 3, if the given company improves its organizational structure from low to high, there will be higher tendency of the respondent to evaluate corporate governance role, about 4. And the same interpretation can be applied for all of them. And now we have to look to the director's activity. There is these 2 and 1. Unlike other independent variables, directors were measured using the binary method. So in binary method, 1 stands for no and 2 stands for yes. If there is a director's activity, respondents may give more than 4 points for the evaluation of the corporate governance role. So it is a marginal effect of having improving and providing that directors are actively participating in the decision-making processes. And the most notable increase will be if the disclosure policy is improved to the high level, and so that there will be more than 5 points increase in the corporate governance role evaluation. Let's look at the margin table, and the same thing can be seen there. Yes, the highest point stands for disclosure, and directors, if there is a participation of directors, there will be just over 4 points increase in the corporate governance role in the management efficiency, our dependent variable. The same thing can be the same thing is illustrated there, but but at the same time it can be illustrated through this graph. By copying this graph, we will take it and paste our research paper, because this is also very important graph for us. Whereas we should give the summary and offers and proposals to our customers. Okay, and from there we can choose we can see whether the given hypothesis, whether the given opinion and proposal can be statistically significant. There are two hypotheses, like it was in regression analysis, where H null stands for H null says that student test of the structure, there is no effect of the given given independent variable to the on dependent variable. So for this, if the structure goes from 1 to 2, I mean low to medium, there should be increase averagely 1.38 in Copernicus rule, which was measured in 1 to 100 scale, minimum -1 or maximum 3.7, but it's not statistically significant. We've failed to reject H null hypothesis and couldn't accept our H alternative hypothesis, uh, but on the other hand, for the structure, if it's converted to high, there will be just 4 point increase averagely, and it is statistically significant. The same thing can be interpreted for disclosure identity and director, because all of them are less than 0.05. Error probability is less than 5%. That which means we succeeded. We rejected our H null hypothesis and accepted our H alternative hypothesis. Okay, now we should save the margins plot, our this regression, as a margin. To do that, we need to exit this graph for this time. Later, I will save, copy, and paste our in my research project, which will be published in ResearchGate. So stay tuned on ResearchGate to see and to stay updated on all my research projects. Well, the same thing we use estimate store margins, and now it has just been saved here. Go back to our Dulma file, and we need estimate table. Instead of robust, we need to write robust. Okay, everything's going well. Starts for 5%, 1%, and 0.1% error probability. And you see, as I said, in structure there is no statistically significance in this term, but statistically significant as the rest of the are dependent variables, where R squared stands for 81% for all of them, which is really good for the data set we have collected. And you see robust and margins and elements here. Okay, we got our results, and now we may go to our SEM builder. SEM builder. Well, as long as we are using categorical ordinal data, we need to go through the general SEM and take this figure. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you are illustrating such diagrams, try to use the best vision, because it should be understandable, it should be comfortable for you to use it. Okay. This one should be staying here, should be located there. And now we choose our dependent variable. For dependent variable, we have evaluation of corporate governance role in effective function of the management, and evaluation states here. For here, let's choose our organizational structure. For this one, we choose our corporate identity, and for indirect impact, let's choose our disclosure, because we have seen that disclosure is the most factors that can be that is sensitive to the marginal effect from the graph we have seen and the table that was illustrated. Okay, everything is ready, and let's estimate it. We need the group analysis, and yeah, okay. You see the direct impact on the structure, on the evaluation of structure. It has a 2.9 unit impact on evaluation, but through disclosure, in order to improve the organization structure. If you use the disclosure to improve our structure, there will be 3.6 unit increase in the evaluation for propagand's role. So improving structure through disclosure will be more comfortable for us, just improving the structure. So disclosure will be the key player here. And when it comes to identity, it may increase evaluation 1.9, but through disclosure, we can do this to 3.6. Identity has a negative relationship with disclosure, but through disclosure, it can impact on the evaluation by 3.6. That's a good result. And in order to check whether it's statistically significant, which is whether it can be used in a real life, let's see. Let's come back to our data, and here you can see the table. And from the table, you see that disclosure says there is a 0.64 coefficient, which was indicated there as 0.65, because 7 close to the 5, and then 4. Identity has minus 0.2, and it was indicated as minus 0.21, and whereas disclosure has a 3.56 unit impact on evaluation. Disclosure has structure has a 2.9. Okay, identity 1.9. It was indicated in the coefficients, and whether it's statistically significant or not, we can check from this column, p over z. From here, you see that all of the variables, error probabilities that we set, that the hypothesis we are pushing for, they are statistically significant because error probability is less than 0.05, even 0.01. So that's a very good result for the data set. It was collected in proper way. That's a sign of the proper collection of the data set. And our final conclusion, final takeaway from this work is that in order to improve the structure from low to medium or medium to high, we should rely on more on disclosure. Actually, it's an offer. You may just increase your organization structure. Let's say you are the company representative, and I'm showing you how to improve and giving my own proposals based on the data I researched and announced. Improving the structure directly can improve to your corporate governance role in effective management by just three units, but through improving the disclosure, uh, structure may affect on 3.6. So that will be way more possible and reliable option for you to choose the disclosure, to improve the disclosure, and to improve your structure and identity through disclosure policy, through boosting disclosure policy. So that is the assumptions that we are coming up with. Thank you for your attention, and stay tuned up for the upcoming videos.